3 years ago, back on June 19th of 2021, Jayzian Props, who was 20 years old at the time of the shooting, is accused of second-degree murder, allegedly shooting and killing 19-year-old Alexander Martinson during that high-speed chase. Prosecutors allege that Props and Martinson got into a fight over social media posts, and that led to Props chasing Martinson a car going up to 100 miles per hour. Props is accused of firing a gun at Martinson's car. Afterwards, law enforcement officers found Martinson in the car near North Midway Avenue and Seneca Street with a gunshot wound to the head. Martinson later died at the hospital. And then earlier this month, one co-defendant in the case signed a plea deal, telling the court that he drove the car Props was in when he fired the gun. So Props has pleaded not guilty to 33 criminal charges. 18 of those are felonies. Aside from Props, there are 3 other defendants in the trial. Props' girlfriend, who is charged with helping cover it up, the driver of the car who took the plea deal, and then another driver of a different car who was also chasing the victim. Court records say that days after the shooting, all 4 met up and planned on how to stop people from testifying and lying about their involvement. So today, jury selection is set to start. That's probably going to be taking place today, and tomorrow, of course, we'll be covering this trial all week for you here at KATU. The next story I want to talk about today, the Portland Police Central Bike Squad is expanding. You may notice them patrolling downtown Portland on bikes. So until now, there were 4 officers and a sergeant patrolling on bikes from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. So now this new team, it's going to have even more officers. It's going to have 5 more officers working from 2 p.m. to midnight Wednesday through Saturday. PPB says bike officers are easier to flag down and they may be more approachable.
It may be low tech, quote unquote, but there are factors that bikes have that and benefits that bikes have over cars.
PPB says that they arrested more than 70 drug dealers in a span of 2 years. And they say actually some of the people they arrested say they are not carrying drugs anymore because of the bike squad. So they're seeing how effective this has been so far. And then my next story, this is a preview of an investigation that we are going to be having later for you. So let me get this up here. So this is another KATU News investigation. It's kind of a follow-up. Wright has been doing these stories where he's been talking to the city and finding out why they are charging so much for building permits. So continuing a year-long investigation into the requirement that Portland places on some small business owners when they apply for those building permits. The prior investigations found that the Portland Bureau of Transportation makes these business owners spend tens of thousands of dollars fixing sidewalks and street corners outside their business. It is a condition of the building permits in some cases. So why does the city make some business owners spend so much money? KATU goes straight to the city leaders in charge of the Bureau that approves these requirements to get the answers. You can listen here. Wright asked Mingus Maps about this.
Understand, and what these business owners are trying to understand is if they're going to do a project that's $150,000 or $200,000, why are they being forced to spend 6 figures adding a corner ramp?
Anytime we do major work, we have to make sure that we add curb cuts, and that seems fine and fair. It is expensive, but that is the expectation that we have as a nation at this point, so we're moving forward with that.
Would he support changing the rules, though? That's the big question. KATU is on your side. We are getting those answers for you. That's going to be tonight at 6 o'clock. Exact same requirements are waived in at least one city in exactly the same scenarios. So that was something interesting. You can watch that tonight, like I said, at 6 o'clock. Stay tuned for that one. All right, next story we're going to talk about this morning. We're going to follow up just on the hot weather. I mean, I guess it's still hot out, though. So it's not really a follow-up. It's a continuing coverage kind of story. With the warmer temperatures, officials once again reminding people about the importance of water safety. I know that you guys have heard us say this multiple times before, but it is so important. So we're just going to talk about it again because a lot of people are going to be in the water like we expect. There were 2 rescues in the metro area on Friday. One of them happened on the Clackamas River near Gladstone. That person was able to get out. They did not need to go to the hospital. And then another man became disoriented after going into the Sandy River near Lewis and Clark State Park. He was pulled out by another swimmer. He was taken to the hospital and is expected to be okay. but officials are reminding people to be prepared when they go out there for cold weather.
Cold water, it's going to be really shocking on your body. So plan for that. Ensure that if you're getting into a body of water, that there are people around watching you that can call 911.
And first responders say they are prepared for water rescues. By the end of the month, American Medical Response is going to have lifeguards on duty at Glen Auto Park in Troutdale. And then the Gresham Fire Department is going to have jet skis for rescues on the Sandy River. The Multnomah County Sheriff's Office is also going to have a dive team to respond to both the Sandy and Columbia rivers. And then finally, the Corbett Fire Department is going to use sonar to locate bodies underwater. AMR and Corbett Fire have also placed more than 100 life jackets in multiple parks. So I'm just doing extra to try to keep you guys safe during these warmer months. And then my next story, this is for Trailblazers fans out there, but you guys might not be too happy. Hold on, let me just get this show up on your screen.
The third pick
There
of
we
last
go.
year's draft.
All right, you can kind of hear it here. We are talking about draft picks. We just found out what the Trailblazers draft pick is going to be, and it wasn't what Trailblazers fans wanted. They have the 4th best odds to win the #1 pick in the draft, but they have the 7th pick right now. Atlanta Hawks got the coveted #1 pick. So Scoot Henderson represented the Blazers at the draft lottery. Portland is also going to have 14th overall selection as well. You can see Scoot right there. So 7th and then 14th. Those are our draft selections coming up. That's going to be exciting, the NBA draft. You know, we all look forward to it. Hopefully the Blazers season will be more exciting next season than this year, although I don't know. I guess it could get worse. It could. All right, everybody, have a great day. Have a great Monday. Enjoy the rest of the week, and we see you right back here tomorrow.
This has been a KATU News Digicast. KATU News is on your side.